Hello, lovely people. Bogdan here. Today, I want to talk to you about a concern that many people have raised in the past and actually recently, and that is, hey, I love the fact that I need to work from home right now, or I have the choice of working from home right now because I don't need to dress up. I don't need to wear a uniform. I don't need to do this. I don't need to do that. And it got me thinking. And then I asked them, I said, well, okay, so you're telling me that you prefer not wearing a uniform. So do you have a problem with that? Do you see the uniform as being something that hinders your performance, or just doesn't make you feel comfortable when you're working? And they say, yeah, that's exactly the point. Like many of these corporate structures, many of the environments that I am part of, the companies that I go and apply for, they're strict. They say you need to wear a uniform, you need to have a certain dress code, you need to wear a suit, a tie, a bow tie, a certain type of thing. And you know that is their ethics. But let's put a spin to that. When you're going to work for McDonald's, for example, do they have a certain uniform that they ask you to wear? Like, hey, this is your uniform when you work for us. We know this is your name tag. It goes here. Everybody wears the same thing. They have the cap with the top cut out, and they always wear the same thing. They have like the polo shirts, right? Again, name tag and everything. Do you question that? Do you say like, no, I don't want to wear that? No. Like, I want to work at McDonald's, but I want to come here in my pajamas, or I just want to wear my own clothes. Could I feel better in that? People would be like, really? You're going to KFC, the same thing. You're going to Starbucks, the same thing. You're going to Wendy's, the same thing. You're going to, these stores. It's pretty much the same thing. How many people do you see posting YouTube videos and they actually dress up and they're like, why is this person dressing up? I don't know, like, why is this person wearing why? Sometimes you see them, I do videos in my shirts. Sometimes I just wear a t-shirt, but there are different scenarios. It's how you want to be perceived. So how does this tie into everything? Well, the reason why companies have a specific dress code, have a specific etiquette, is because it's part of the soft systems. So, what are soft systems? Soft systems are a variety of things. They range from the way in which you speak, the way in which you greet people. Hello, lovely people. Hi, my audience. Hello, everybody. Hi, this is, welcome to my stream. Welcome to my website. Welcome to this. They're messages. Take, for example, a digital marketing website, right? They're templates. Take, for example, a website designing company or website building company, right? They're templates. Their fonts, their colors, where they position things, all of those. You're watching an online webinar. They're templates. The frame, the colors, the text, the layout, the fonts, the colors, all of it. You're going into a restaurant. The colors, the tapestry, the objects that they have, the layout of the tables, the quality of the materials, the way in which the people dress, the way in which the people greet you. What is the first thing? Their menu, the font, the colors, the pictures, the the plates and the utensils. All of it is part of the soft system. So they actually help you create this mental vision. And sometimes it's more than just the mental vision. It helps you also create a sound memory and image that goes along with it. The music that's playing in the background, all of these things are part of the soft system. So when you're analyzing, for example, you want to go to have an interview, look on that website for all of these things. Look at how those people dress. Watch their social media posting, the way in which they post. What are the keywords? The way in which they like to write, the way in which they like people to be approached. Who do they do business with? Research those people as well. Example. Let's say, for example, you want to go to have an interview for a lawyer company, a law firm, a law company, and people are going there dressed, and you decide to shop in your flip flops, your shorts and basketball tee. And let's say you're the number one graduate from, I don't know, Columbia, Harvard, I don't know, Yale, you pick a university, Cambridge, doesn't matter. They won't look at you. They'll be like, that's a joke. Now, let's say you go meet with the client, right? You're like, man, but that's how I like to dress. I like that. It makes me feel good. Okay, perfect, no problem. Let's reverse the roles. Let's say your lawyer shows up in that, and what's your impact? How do you perceive? How do you see them? You're like, hmm. I once had this. I spoke with a person on the phone. We had to meet at a certain point, and their profile picture was, dressed up, suit, everything. They showed up, hoodie. Um, they had a lot of hair. They weren't shaved. I literally had the first 15 seconds. I had this shiver going down my spine, thinking, "Is this person gonna mug me, or is this a bad joke?" And it turns out it was neither of those. It's just the guy was out for a jog, and he decided, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna take another 2 laps. Let's meet in 10 minutes." But it was very, very, like, the first impression I got, like, huge block. I was building this wall. So analyze the soft systems of these companies and see how they perform, see how they do, how they do their dress code, everything. And I'm not saying mimic, but understand why they're doing what they're doing, why they're using a certain opening line, why they're dressing in a certain way, why they're reacting and behaving in a certain way, and that's going to tell you a lot. And you don't have to go for, oh, I really want to work for that company. You can be like, well, is that congruent with what I am comfortable with? Maybe I'm not comfortable wearing, a polo shirt and name tag and all of that. So maybe, working at McDonald's isn't the best case for me. Yeah, sure, it's a good starting job and so on, but maybe it's not what I'm actually looking for. Maybe I should up my game a little bit. Maybe wearing a onesie, wiping floors, it's not really what I want to do and how I like to be perceived. Maybe I want to be like that person, dressed in that suit, in that tux and living leaving or entering the building. Maybe that's what I like to do, how I like to be seen, how I like to see myself. And if that's you, perfect, go for it. But if it's not and you're okay with whatever the dress code is, understand that that is part of a system. And ultimately, if you don't want to adopt any of those systems or be congruent with them or be part of them, then what you're essentially saying is, I want to marginalize myself. I want to be outside of everything. And that is not okay, because in order to be part of a team, we need to have things in common. In order to be part of a group, need to have things in common. Be part of a business, a company, right? An entrepreneurial environment. We need to have these things in common. And the majority of soft systems are pretty much non-negotiable. They're just the way in which that business operates, and they're just out there on the table. Take those into consideration. Let me know if this was helpful. And if you had an aha moment, or if you're going to apply this in the near future, tune in and share with me how it goes. Until next time, I'll see you around.